Hello and welcome to the video. Who is this video going to be for? Essentially it's going to be for someone who's in my position, which is I'm a beginner at FPV, in the sense that the only FPV drone I have and that I've flown is the DJI Avata 2. So yeah, I'm going to try and see, first of all, if I can get this set up the way it's supposed to be, so that I can actually start it and fly it. And secondly, speaking of flying, I want to see how difficult that might be for a beginner like me. But to be clear, this is what's called a bind and fly, which means there's no building involved. The drone is pre-built for me, and all I have to do is configure it and bind it, hence the name bind and fly. But as I said, I've never done this. I don't know what it's all about. I have watched YouTube videos outlining what it entails, but I'm not sure they explained everything in detail, or that I indeed understood everything that was said in those videos. So yeah, now this has the DJI O4 air unit on it, and that means the camera and video transmitter is the DJI O4, but there's also a receiver on there. So hopefully this is configured from the factory to use the DJI system also for transmitting the control signal. And that's important to me because, as I said, I do have an Avata 2, and with that I got these, the DJI Goggles 3, which are very, very good, I might add, but expensive. And I also got this, the DJI FPV Remote Controller 3. So this is what I'm going to be using to fly this drone. Now, so what I'll do is I'll try first and get the O4 air unit, which is on the drone, to connect to my goggles. So I'll switch on those. I hope there's a way to switch. Here's status, DJI Avata 2, switch. Oh, DJI O4 air unit. There's one. Wait until switch complete, linking. Yep. So I'll go switch. And I'm not going to see anything because... Alright, so yeah, okay. I'm now going to attempt to switch on the... Let's just see, where is that? That looks like a bind button to me. Well, it's right here on the board, and it's the only thing that looks like a button anyway, so I'm guessing that's what it is. It's a bit fiddly. Oh yeah, it lights up. Ooh, nice. So I've got a solid green light, which doesn't really mean much, I guess. But I'm going to press the, what I think is a bind button using a toothpick. Nothing changed. Do it again. No. Nothing. I'm pressing and holding the power button, which is the bind on this. Okay. Let's try installing a battery instead, see what gives. All right. So it's now, I'm pressing again, I'm doing it with the battery. Oh, now it's blinking red. Oh, it bound. And hey, look at that. I've got signal, I've got video. That's, yeah, that's a result. First result, really. That's nice. All right, so they're bound. I even have, look at that. I have on-screen display. Now that's what you see. I mean, normally in the goggles you would see, on the right hand side you would see, you know, stuff to do with the goggles, like their percentage, some connection to the RC, whatnot, and recording. But what you will see on the left hand side and the middle is that it's actually showing me some stuff to do with the drone itself, which is good. So I'm obviously not armed. I'm going to hold down the drone if something bad should happen, and I'm going to switch the left hand switch here on my DJI FPV Remote 3 is on the Avata. This is what I use to switch between normal, sport and manual mode, which is acro or air in this case. Now it does say air, so what happens if I toggle this one towards me? It switches on the LED. And now it's switched off. Okay. Nothing changed other than the LED. All right. So what if I switch it to what's normally on the Avata 2, the manual mode? Let's see. LED's back on. There's no change in what mode I'm in. Okay, fair enough. Now we know this. So LED on, off, and on. All right, fine. Now let's try the C1 button. Does that do anything? Not that I can see. Aircraft processor overheated. Yeah, what, double tap? Nothing. Okay. I'm going to let this cool down because, yeah, it overheated and it's not much good right now. Gonna unplug the battery. Harder than it looks. Okay, there we go. So let it cool down for a bit. I'm going to have to write down if there are any settings that actually are preloaded. So I'm going to have to sort of make a note of that. So I'm saying the normal, sport, manual. I'll write this down. No, I got picture and I got it bound to the goggles, and I got it bound and the goggles were already bound to the controller. If this were the older style controller and goggles, I'd have to bind the controller itself to the air unit. But in the case of the FPV Remote 3 and the Goggles 3, the remote actually does not speak directly to anything in the drone. It speaks to the goggles only, and then the goggles relay the signal. So that's where that's at. I know that much. I am a beginner, but I've watched some YouTube videos. All right, so the C1 button did nothing that I could see. So let's see what this right-hand side rocker switch is doing. Normally, I'd use that for arming the motors on the Avata, but I don't know what it'll do. So I'll keep an eye on the screen. It's towards me now, and yeah, I'm just gonna have to go back. There we are. Air mode. Sorry to have to do this, but it's ridiculous. But yeah, I'll just switch this. What's it going to do? It armed. So still in air mode, but it armed. All right. And if I switch it to the next one, horizon mode. Okay. So I've got horizon mode and air mode, armed, and then disarmed. All right, nice. Now, can I record using the camera? Ooh, it's recording. It's using the default button for recording on the controller. So that's very nice that it did that. I'm going to check this recording later on that it actually worked out, you know, and I'm switching it off. Right, very nice. Anything else we can try on? Yes, what's the start stop button do? This one. Probably nothing. Processor overheated. This is... So let's see if we can still arm it. Yeah, we can. But what does this start-stop do? Yeah, nothing it seems. And this pause button, does that do anything? Not that I can see. So let's see if it throttles up. It does. All right. And I think we should do a hover test. That's what we should do. Like so. It's all right, plugged in. So if I arm it, what's going to happen? This is air mode now. I don't want that because not for a hover test. Let's see if it hovers. It does. Nice. So let's try again. Now I can see that when I pitch back, it wants to pitch back. When I pitch forward, it wants to pitch forward. When I roll right, it wants to roll right. When I roll left, it wants to roll left. So that's very good. That means it wants to fly. Shall we try and fly it? Let's just disarm it. I'll put it down on the floor and see if I can fly it. There we go. And obviously I'll have to use the angle mode for that. Let's go. Oh, let's record and see if that... Okay, that was something. And that's also something. Now what I'd like to do is to configure it so that it actually works the way I'd like it to work. It obviously flies, we're bound up, the controller works, but it's not set up like, I would like it to be, because what I have now, and I shall have to write this down. Are you still with me, by the way? Oh, no, you're not. Bloody hell. What happened here? So I've mapped, so normal, sport, and manual, that's that. Pause does nothing. Record does record, start and stop does nothing. And these are disarmed, what was that, air mode and horizon mode. I'm not sure why I don't have angle mode, but it arms regardless, so it's disarm and the other two modes. Now, do I want that, or do I want something? Ideally, I'd like for it to be like the Avata 2, like this is where I change my modes from, I'm not sure about horizon mode, but at least from angle mode to air mode. And I would like this to be my arm switch, in fact, which it is not at the present. Start, stop, that could be arm and disarm, of course, but... And then I'd like to set up, like another switch, a different switch for turning the LED strip on and off, because it looks nice, but I may not want it turned on all the time. And then there's this C1 button, which on my Avata 2, I use that a single press for the buzzer, for it to beep if I lost it somewhere. And now, yeah, and the double press is for turtle mode, flip over when crashed. So what I'll do is I'll try and map this out. Now what I'll do is I will connect this flight controller to the Betaflight software, which I hope is up and working on my computer. I guess we don't need the goggles for now, or the controller. Oh, in fact, we're going to need them. Yeah, but let's do that later. So what I will now do is I'll try and hook up this flight controller to Betaflight and see if it connects, because I've never done anything like this. I've seen it done on YouTube, but yeah, there you are. So does anything light up? Oh, in fact, yeah. Stuff is lighting up. That's good. So let's see, on the Mac, on the Connect, let's see what that does. Does it do anything? Connect. Let's try it again. Select your device. Let's try Connect once again. It's not doing anything. Okay, so I can't find my USB device to a serial port. Okay, I don't know. Maybe connect. Oh, ooh, we've got something. Is this a representation of my quad? Well, let's see. Oh, yes, it is. So that's not right. Oh, yeah, it is. Facing the wrong way. Here we are. So I'm holding it like so and tilting. Yeah. I mean, I'm tilting right, tilting left, and that's all forward and back, yeah? Rotate, left, right. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Calibrate, accelerometer. I don't think I'll do any of that right now. Let's just see how they set it up, because obviously this is set up from factory to be something. This might be a good time to turn the goggles back on, in fact. There we are. Why did that take so long? All right, do we have... I'm sure we don't have picture because nothing's powered on with the air unit, so that's all as it should be. Now, let's have a look. Setup. Okay, is there anything else in here that I need to know about? Ports. I don't think I should mess with any of this because the inputs are working. So yeah, configuration, what does that mean? System configuration. Oh, aircraft name. That might be a fun thing to actually change. Ah, no, it is the aircraft name. I might change the pilot name to, what is my name? Oh, I'll save it for later. I don't even have a nickname as such. Camera, FPV camera angle, degrees. Why does that need to be set? It doesn't, I don't think. Okay, so arming, that means, let's press this question mark. Oh, some arming options may require, blah, blah, blah. So this is the maximum degree of tilt at which the motors will arm, and everybody that I've been watching has said, you know, set this to 180 so it will always arm. Yeah, I guess I'll do this. All right, Other features. Permanently enable air mode. Well, I guess we don't need to mess with that. Strip support, yeah. On-screen display, yes. Thank you very much. All right. Let's see what else there is. To the right, board alignment. I don't think I should mess with any of that because I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. Beeper configuration, gyro calibrated, RX loss, blah, blah, blah. A lot of beeps, so they're all switched on. So yeah, I think I'm fine with that. Save and reboot. So the only thing I've changed was the maximum arming angle. And yeah, it still works, still all right, as it should. So that's good. Now let's look at power and battery. Voltage meter source. They chose it for me. I'm sure it's good. Minimum cell voltage. So what does that mean? The voltage that is considered critically low and will trigger a warning such as land now. Okay, 3.3. Is that a good value? Yeah, I guess you don't want to go below that. Maximum 4.35, which is correct for a HV battery. Yep, very good. Warning at 3.5. Yeah, that's fair enough. Capacity. Well, I bought 4 batteries and they're all 750 milliamp hours. Do I need to, I mean, does that matter? I'm not going to change that. Voltage meter. Value, scale, divider, multiply. Yeah, don't know what that is. Don't care. Amperage meter. Okay, fair enough. I didn't change anything, did I? No. Presets. What's that? Hello. Presets. Oh, this is where you can load different tunes. I'm sure that's a very good idea if you have any idea whatsoever what you're doing, but I do not. So no PID tuning. I read about that and it's not something I want to mess with because it's way above my level of competence. Receiver. Let's have a look at the receiver tab. Oh, here we are. So let's look at the throws. Now, I've read about this, so yeah. So the throttle is down to 885 and it will... What? Why doesn't it move? Why doesn't anything move? Huh. What's wrong? I mean, it flies and it reacts to my commands, so it's not that it won't. Does it need to be powered up for that? No, that shouldn't be the case. Why does nothing show in my... Huh. Do I need to like fake arm it for that to happen? No. So what's that all about? Is it not bound? I mean, it should be, because I bound it once and it should just be bound. Well, let's plug it in. Well, no, let's not plug it in. That's a stupid idea. Why is it not showing? Well, okay, it worked. So, but the problem is I want to change buttons around and I can't if this is not showing up anything. Aux1. Is anything moving if I... The UART for the receiver must be set to serial in the ports tab. So how would I even calibrate or how would I change the rates on it. Because when I do this, nothing is moving. All right, modes. I mean, I want that, but it's just not, nothing is showing up. Why is nothing showing up? All right, here goes nothing. I'll just pop the battery. I mean, I'll plug the battery in, I guess. I don't know if that's a good or a bad idea, but here we are, we're connected. I'll make sure to not arm. Is anything showing up on the... Flip over after crash? aux3. What are these? aux1, 2, 3. Where does it say? Receiver? Oh yeah, here we go. It has to be switched on. So the throttle, yeah, very good. Nice, nice. Goes up to 2000. Yeah, the roll 2000 and 1000. That's excellent. Pitch forward and back. Very nice. And the yaw 2000 to, oh, that's perfect, I guess. So anyway, aux, what is aux? Okay, so that's aux1. Left rocker is aux1. I'll bet the right hand rocker is aux2. Yeah, it is. 1200. Now, what is C1? That is aux5 and also 3 and 4. What? No. So 5, C1 is aux5. All right. Now, double tap C1, can that do something differently? No. All right, so pause button is aux3, and it's just a toggle on and off. Pause, aux3. I'm writing everything down because, you know, I have to. And the start stop button is aux4. Start stop, aux4. All right, so if I wanted to set this up, could I unplug it now and it will still show up? I'm guessing no. Let's see. No, it's dead. It's dead. So it will overheat if I'm sitting here for too long doing this, but I want to change it without the flight controller overheating. So how am I going to do that? I should have gotten a fan, I guess. A fan to cool it down. Don't really have one. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just try and configure it until, you know, it overheats, and that'll be that. So I want the LEDs to be, because now they're on aux1, but I don't want that. I want the LEDs to be on the pause button. LEDs, do I want that? Yeah, I do want that. Yes, that's what I want. LEDs on the pause button. And the pause button is aux3. So aux3, I do want that to do something. LED, LED low, LED disable, flip over after crash. That's actually on aux3, okay. LED back. It's on aux1 now, and I want it on aux3. Yes. And I want it to be, you know, to just toggle between on and off, I guess. So that's fine. I'll just select a range. It goes from, should work. LED on and off. All right. Let's save that. Huh. And now the LEDs switch on and off when I do that. Nice. So about the modes of flight, which is we've got angle, horizon, and arm is obviously just standard. aux2, yeah. But the thing is, I want angle. I do want angle. And I do want horizon. And I want that on the left-hand switch. All right, and which is aux1. Okay, so add link for angle. I want aux word. That's not how you do that, I guess. Modes are... I mean, this is all... Huh. What? Oh, I see. Okay. So add range. I think I see. So aux2 is arm. Has it overheated? Does it not show anything right now? I think it overheated and shut down. That must be what happened. Oh, I could probably configure this without it being plugged in. Yes? No? Yes? So I want arm to be aux2. But I do need to know which ones. Oh yeah, I know, because that's position 1 where it was disarmed and armed when in either of those two positions. So that's fine. And that's aux2. An angle, I want it to go from disarm. No, I want it to just arm. I don't want anything else with aux2, just arm, disarm. And in fact, I would like the range to be more of just the last push. I'm hoping that'll work out. Okay, angle. Now, I want angle to be position 1 on the aux1. So add range, aux1. I want it to be position 1, which I'm guessing is about there. I want horizon to be aux1. Now, either I'm getting the hang of this or I'm being stupid and I don't have any clue that I'm messing stuff up. Let's see, angle, horizon, and that means if the third position is unused, that means that it will be just air mode because it defaults to air mode, is what I'm hoping. All right, angle, horizon, okay, fail safe, beeper. What does that do? 9 volt back, angle, beeper. don't know how to work that. So I would like, what, the flip over after crash, what is that? I mean, I know what it is, but is it set to anything at all? Arm, angle, horizon, okay, got that. Flip over after crash, aux3. Aux3 is what? It used to be, but it's not going to be that now. Now it's going to be C1, which is aux5. Or is it? Or do I want it on aux4? I think I do. Yeah, let's move that to aux4. And I don't know what range. I'm going to have to plug it in again to see what does what. Let's hope it's cooled down enough to actually work. Oh, it just flips between those two. That's no good. So I'm going to do that instead. Okay. aux4, flip over after crash. That's what that does. Fair enough. Lead Beck, aux3. That's that one. Yeah, we did that. Nice. Beeper, stick commands ready, flip over after crash. I want the beeper. How do I get a beeper? Add range. Let's try it. The C1. C1 is aux5. Is it? It is. And yeah, it flips between those two. That's fine, I guess. Guess I'll save this. And right, saved. GPS, we don't have that. Motors are just fine. OSD, the on-screen display. Oh, that's nice. What do I want in my view? Is my laptop still recording the video? I hope it is. All right. Flylens, angle mode, blah blah. Throttle position, that's fine. Yeah, this is actually not bad at all as a default. I think I might LED strip. Oh, colors. Well, I don't have different colors. I just have one. CLI, blah blah blah. So where do I tune my throttle and my gain, my expo and rates? Huh. La 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 la. No. Configuration. Yeah. Where is that? Where do you actually set the rates and Yeah, it's overheating all the time. I know, I know. Let's let it cool down. Where the heck do you set the... I'm not looking for presets yet. Reasonably speaking, I'm not looking for... Here we are, RAID profile settings. Okay, this is stuff that I could... Max rate 670. Okay. Center sensitivity 70. I don't know if that's any good. I do want some expo on it. I do actually also want a lower yaw rate. Okay. And I want some expo. What does center sensitivity do? Let's do roll. Let's just increase it like ridiculous. Okay. So if it's low, it means it's less sensitive, like a 10 is. Okay. Let's do a 50. Now, I need a slower yaw, slightly slower. 670, is that? Okay. Let's do some expo. On the roll axis, like how much? Let's try 505. And on the pitch axis, same thing. Yaw axis, do I actually need expo on that? Yeah, maybe a little bit. 25, I'm just guessing. Anyway, so throttle limit, no throttle limit. Off scale. I do, because I'm a beginner, I'm going to go down to limit it to 85%. And then I want some expo on the throttle, so it'll be easier to fly around the hover point. What should be the hover point? I don't know. Let's put some expo in it. And the throttle mid I will lower to, I don't know, what's a reasonable value? I don't want crazy expo on it, but just like so. I don't know what I'm doing. But that's pretty apparent by now, isn't it? Let's wait until it powers up. I'll just save this. Save. Did it save? Please save. Yeah. 670. Okay. Now, what I'd like to see in the goggles view is, are my settings reflected in the goggles view? That's what I'd like to know. So let's just press OK. And if I go to the... Oh yeah, there's no settings in the goggles anymore because obviously so what is it? Can it control the camera aspect ratio? Yeah, it can. 4:3. Okay. Field of view. Oh shit. Yeah, there's just normal. So rock steady on. Yeah, why not? Grid lines. Do I want that? I'm not too crazy about the grid lines, to be honest, so I'll just switch them off. Yep. Center point, that can stay. All right. Safe zone, what's that? I don't know. Processor overheated, yeah, that figures. But I think yeah, I think that we're as set as we can be. So let's try this. I'll just unplug it from there and we'll see what gives. Does turtle mode do anything? Like, you know, so what was turtle mode? Start. I think it shut itself down. This is when we take a break. And it's been 1 hour and 25 minutes, I want to say. And so far so good. So what was accomplished? Well, we got the air unit bound to my goggles and we got it all working together. We got picture, we got an on-screen display, which I'm happy with. We managed to check that everything's spinning in the right direction and that the controller inputs are actually doing what they're supposed to for basic flying. Now, and then we went into Betaflight just to try and reconfigure some of these buttons, what they do. I should probably label these. I've tried to get them as close to the Avata's settings as I can. And I know that people in the FPV hobby, they like to say that, you know, on normal radios, when you start up, everything should be switched away from you like so. But that's just not how the Avata 2 works, and you can't change that. So on the Avata 2, you can change this rocker switch to arm and disarm, but only as arming down there. And these modes, you know, manual meaning acro is down there. So that's not something I can change for the Avata. So this drone will have to comply with what I'm used to. So I've managed to get it set up so, I think I have, so that it's angle mode, horizon mode, and air mode, meaning acro. And nothing, arm. And turtle mode and lead strip on and off. And I've also managed to tune the throttle and the sensitivity around, you know, how much stick input is going to result in how much movement. I would like to have confirmation that this arm and disarm sequence is what I think it is. So, we're back, we're in angle mode, we're in horizon mode, we're in air mode. That's very good. It worked. So if you look to the left below the temperature readout, it says, now that I put the rocker switch towards me, angle mode, and then horizon mode, and then air mode. Excellent stuff. Right. So that's good. And also, what about arming? Does that work? Nothing? Arming. Fantastic. And we've got the lead strip, which is here. Nice. And then we've got the turtle mode, maybe, if that works.